Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. We are here today, as you can see, in the world of RuneScape to continue our series with our brand new account. And as always, we left off at the Grand Exchange, so we might as well start here. But you can see that I am trying to sell the world's most expensive bead, so if you're in the market and are interested in making that purchase, please do head along and put in that amount of money. It would make me very, very happy. Anyway, what we're now going to do is head over and start on our next quest, which is going to be Goblin Diplomacy. Yet again, it's one of those really old school quests, so I couldn't exactly remember what I had to do, but I knew the rough location we were going to. The journey, however, was not as simple as I would like it to be. Many of you are thinking, oh, well, you just have to go along this path and eventually you'll reach it. Well, unfortunately, my memory is not that good. So we went in the rough direction, and as you can see, everything was going pretty smoothly until we reached where the ice mountain is. Now, the ice mountain, for those of you who don't know, is just this huge mound of rock we're going to come across in a minute, and this is where I made my first error. So we went up this slope. Now, this slope, as they say, what goes up must come down. However, when we got round the other side, it was just a sheer drop. There is literally nowhere to walk down. In all the years, they have not put another slope on the other side, so we had to go all the way around in a complete circle back down to where we started. For those of you watching this, that probably took just a few seconds of your life to watch that. However, for me, it felt like an absolute eternity. We killed a dwarf on the way, apparently, and then came across an imp as well. But then we finally reached the Goblin Village, where we're going to go inside and speak to this General Wartface, who is having an argument with the other general. Long story short, they can't decide what armor colour they want to wear. One wants green, and the other is after red. So they decide that I can pick a colour. What a lovely idea that one is. So luckily, one of the crates around the corner had some goblin mail armor, so we're able to grab that. And then apparently it's all the way over to Draenor to speak to Aggie about getting some dye. Now, the dye requires quite a lot of items, but it was around this point in time I had the sudden brainwave. Why go around getting all of these when we can just go to the Grand Exchange and cheap buy them all? So we had some coins to spare and we went about buying some dye. And due to that vague recollection of doing this quest, I know these goblins are incredibly picky, so we made sure to pay over the odds for some more goblin mail armor, which I probably should have just picked up from the village, but because my memory wasn't that great, I totally forgot until the brainwave happened. So let us fast forward along this journey, and hopefully you can hear that weird sound in the background of the fast forwarding effects going on. Killed another imp on the way, really want to get some more beads from them. I seem to remember there's a quest somewhere that needs lots of those coloured beads, and they're quite expensive to buy, so I thought if we could pick some up on the way, that would be quite helpful. But anyway, back at the Goblin Village, let's go onto the catwalk and get the goblin choosing their armor. So as you can see, they begin just with the plain old normal one, and then we go along, get him to get changed into our first color. Now this one I think actually looks alright. You know, that feels like goblin to me, the orange one, but apparently they don't really like that, so they go along and put blue on. Now blue, I do agree, blue does not suit a goblin. That's just one of those things. I think we can accept that, but then when they put on the normal armor, they're like, brilliant, we like that. So long story short, I spent lots of money, went running around for them, just for them to like the original armor they had anyway. But we did get quite a few quest points, a gold bar, and also a few crafting bits to go with it. Next up, as we were heading past the barbarian village, I thought, let us pop down the chute and have a little look at the monsters in here. Now, obviously, this is where we can get our multicolored boots, which is something I really, really want to get for this character. However, the level of the wolves scared me a bit, and I know as you go further through the dungeon, it does get even harder. So I thought, nah, we'll go back up, and apparently, we started the scrap with a barbarian. So I rapidly ran away from that one, and then on our way back past, chopped down some trees. We're now level 10 wood cutting, which is quite good, and that meant we had some more logs. And as you all discovered earlier, I quite like selling logs. Still, the world's most expensive yellow bead is available for purchase if anyone would like to. Next up, we headed back to Lumbridge to the little cow field, because I thought the most productive thing we could probably do now is get our level up a little bit. We changed our attack method so we could at least get levels on everything, and finally called it a day once our hit points hit level 17. as you can see, we're doing quite well on the level front. I will load them up for you so you can have a little look at our current progress. I say we're doing quite well. You know, we're making progress slowly but surely and getting this starter account back up to where it should be. Mithril armor is the initial target, so hopefully we'll get there soon and continue with more quests in the next episode. So guys, thank you all very much for watching. Please do leave a like and of course subscribe, and I'll see you all again incredibly soon.